243. Left. Oh, thought I'd already activated that. Okay. Head home. We got enough purple stuff. There's an auto loot to pick up your slurs and gloves and options. Yeah, I already have that turned on. You still have to run over them. Hold on. Let me confirm. Yeah, auto pick up materials, right? I have that turned on. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at our gear for a moment. Hi, kid! Alright. Think so. Raw date. Hi. Oh my goodness. This poor dude. Okay, he wants down. He wants down. You gotta respect that. I scared him? I'm just sitting here. Oh my gosh. Oh, hang on. Can we... Reforge rare stats. No. Unreforge magic stats. Which is the crit chance. I guess that's fine. There was someone who recommended me to get movements. Oh, I got movement speed on the boots. I don't remember what the other slots were that had movement speed. Congratulations, President. Oh, I totally missed what you were saying. Do you want to use the Slormancer? Yeah. Okay. Alright, got that back up to 5 buffs. Alright. Let's get back to it. Yes, the Great Forge. Alright, so, survive as long as you can. No loot on enemies. Fill the war chest with rewards and open it before it's too late. Alright, let's do it on difficulty 2, since I don't know what this thing's gonna throw at me. Here we are. They say this place only took a single beard growth to build. We dwarves count in beard growth. It takes exactly 4 months for a dwarf beard to touch the ground, which is 1 beard growth. That's exactly how long it took to build this place. It's short, not like my beard, which is long. You know what I mean. ... You must be wondering why I asked you to come. You'll have to defend me from hordes of monsters while I forge. Child's play. For the duration of our little expedition, which will probably last less than a quarter of a mustache growth or a 16th of a beard, I'll be filling your chest with all sorts of treasures that we're going to find or that I'm going to forge. Come back to me when you want to leave. I can hear monsters coming already. Are you ready? Hold on. I'm stacking up the Serenity. Actually, hold on, a thought. Let me do that. Okay, there, it's maxed out. Choose your path. Each wave enemies will come from 2 locations, or each wave enemies will come from 4 locations. You have to buy this? Okay, well, I can't buy that. Enemies have more life. You have minus life leech. Enemies have more projectiles. Minus life leech. Enemies have plus life for more equipment quality. Enemies have faster attack movement speed for more slorm quantity. Or enemies do more damage for more quality. More equipment quality, I guess? Mug, do you know what Eurovision is? Is that just like how Europeans see the world? Oh, I'm actually starting to have mana issues. I've never just chain summoned turrets this long. Light beams continuously appear doing damage to heroes and minions. This gets you Spirit of Fulguron. Enemies do light damage and have a chance to apply a whole bunch of stuff. This one's green. Seals of blindness are moving randomly across the area. Standing on a seal reduces field of vision. Enemies have resistance to damage over time. Enemies explode upon dying. The area is slippery. This gives more rewards, and I'm not really making heavy use of damage over time. Yeah, I wonder... Hold on a sec. Which is the thing that gave mana? Determination? Actually, no. I was thinking about moving all my stats to determination, but if I do that, I'm going to lose 60% damage on the totems. I guess if I'm gonna do this level more in the future, I gotta get more mana regen. Let's see. What is this? Slormancer quality. The siege leader has new attack patterns. Sure. Siege Leader has more damage. Siege Leader has more max life. Lightning bolts are constantly bouncing from the edge. Siege Leaders! I'm guessing that's the Siege Leader, that huge hit point bar up there. Oh my god, chat. Hi, Zonix. The green number on the spirits is because the Reaper you're using is made by the same person as the spirit. Oh. Enemies have more evasion and crit chance. Whenever they attack, enemies create lightning bolts. An ice bomb appears every 1 second. Ice bombs explode after 2 seconds. Spirit of Glory. Enemies do more damage. Enemies have attack speed. Enemies have more life. Damage doesn't matter if they're not reaching me. We'll see if that remains true. See, enemies have tenacity, granting resistance to crowd control and knockback. Damage dealt by fire, ice, lightning, light, and shadow effects is increased by 50%. Enemies ignore first 2 hits for 5 waves. Okay, you have less life and mana regen. No, I can't take that. Enemies have increased LE resist and LE damage. As a random curse that will affect an upcoming challenge. This one's 4 waves. 41. Next wave. You have less life leech. Spirit of Hagan. Not really utilizing crowd control and knockback, so I'll take that. let's see. Light totem appears every 9 seconds. It lasts 6 seconds and casts 3 waves of light projectiles before disappearing. Siege leader has more life. Seals of blindness are moving randomly for 3 waves. Enemies have fire damage. Enemies deal ice damage and can chill. Every 3 seconds, a shadow symbol appears next to you. It lasts for 2 seconds and does damage when you walk into it. Oh, I'm on fire. Okay, starting to get spicy. Enemies do lightning damage and have a chance to apply shock. Enemies deal shadow damage, have a chance to apply shadow confusion. Every 15 seconds, an ice ray falls from the sky directly towards you, doing massive ice damage. This damage cannot be fatal. A few moments before it lands, Brian creates a protection dome. Get into the dome to prevent the ice ray from doing damage to you. No, I don't know where he's gonna make the dome. Lightning. The following 3 waves have additional elites. Enemies have evasion chance. Following wave is an invincible enemy that only dies when you've killed every other enemy. Which wouldn't be a problem unless all the turrets fixated on it, and then the other enemies aren't dying. And I don't know if that's gonna happen. So let's do 3 additional elites. Throwing books at me. That's new. The next challenge is of magic rarity. Enemies have Ellie resist and do Ellie damage. Enemies trigger a lightning bolt upon dying. Oh, hell no. Magic rarity. The turrets are there. Yeah, I saw. It was like they were shooting his shield and the shots were reflecting off and becoming books that were coming back. Your combo meter was at 1168. Nice. Probably the highest I've ever seen it. Oh, mana's out again. Ice Ray. It says enemies have plus 50% resistance to damage over time. Siege Leader has more max life. You know, at the beginning of this, I thought I had to keep the dwarf alive, so I was building near him. And I think that's not the case. I think he's invulnerable. I think it's just a matter of if I die. Enemies gain a shield, effectively doubling their hit points. More projectiles. Lightning bolts. Enemies not receiving damage for 2 seconds, restore to full life. Sure. It's only a problem if that happens to a boss. Slormancer level though. Let's see. Enemies do shadow damage. 5 waves of fire. Damage dealt by fire, ice, lightning, and shadow effects increased by 50%. That's a lot. Well, it's for 5 waves. I'll try it. Let's see. Enemies have more max life. Honestly, it feels like this build of mine, this is like the best content for it, more than anything else. Let's see. Enemies have 50% recast chance. Now this whole event where enemies come to you, really good for building and building and building. Turns the game into tower defense. I'm over here playing balloons. I want that, but I'm scared of that. So I'm gonna give them tenacity. It seems odd to me that you can hit next wave when they're not all dead yet. Like, that's just, to me, that's an odd design choice. Enemy gain bonus damage whenever another enemy dies. Slormancer leveled up. Yay, full mana. Oh my god. Hitting the next wave early is like ending a floor in a battlefield earlier by making a portal. Let's see. Hey, Mud Gilbert, Sue question. Can you gather shadow fruit if you're in someone else's homestead? No. No, you cannot. No, they thought about that. No, only the person who planted it can harvest it. Rats, yeah. You thought you were clever. More armor, more skill damage. Explode upon dying. I'm scared of that. Siege Leader has more projectiles. Sure. Again, I'm assuming the Siege Leader was the big health bar with all the little blue shields on it, but I've seen it appear and then disappear, like it died so fast, but I'm not even sure exactly what the guy looks like. You know what? Hang on. I want to see something. Like, what if I put 1 point there? What does that do? 31 mana. And I've got 2,000, so that's not much. Okay, I was wondering if putting 1 point in other stuff would be a noticeable impact, but no, just because of the way the system's designed, I don't think it would be. You can mouse over individual points to see what that would get you. Gotcha. Okay. That is easier. Okay, gotcha. So it seems like it's better to just pour everything into one line. Enemies have LE resistance to LE damage. War chest quantity? War chest quantity increases the quantity of everything inside the chest. Oh. Whenever you destroy an obelisk, it becomes an allied obelisk with no effect. Allied obelisk can be targeted by enemies and grant various rewards every time you complete a wave. Allied obelisk of revocation at equipment quality. Wait, what? I don't think I've seen any obelisks. Spawns an obelisk of revocation nearby. While it's active, you cannot restore life. I'm gonna take that. Minus life leech. That's fine.